wasn't supposed to go live today, but here I am. We are live. We are live, dorks. It is Sunday, July 7th, 2019. This is another installment of Around the Point. I want to thank you all for tuning in here. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video stream a big old thumbs up and share it through social media, because why the fuck would you not? If you were, like I said all that stuff before, you can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to go live, but being that I'm off today, my day off from work, I decided to, why not once again spoil all you guys with another live installment of Around the Point. Just a couple of stuff to get into today. I know it's Sunday. I know people are watching probably right now the women's finale of the Women's World Cup between the US and Netherlands. I am a little nervous myself because later on today, Peru plays Brazil in the finale of La Copa America. And if you are Peruvian, let's keep it real. We didn't think we'd make it this far, but fuck it, here we are anyway. We are in the finale, and we have a chance to really make history here. God damn, the first time in 44 years that Peru has made it to the finale of La Copa America, which is South America's tournament, if you will. It's like the equivalent of the Euro Cup for all the European listeners out there and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, a lot to get into. You can see me now. I'm on camera. Hey, dorks, how you doing? Yeah. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, doing what you're doing. It's hot as shit outside here in Jersey once again. I'm actually going to the gym in a little bit after I do this podcast for you guys, stuff like that. I will be live later on today again for Slammiversary. It goes live later on tonight at 8 p.m. I will be doing a live review. Once the show is over, it'll be a Team Heel podcast extra for you guys to check out as well, all that fun stuff. But guys, I'd love to get into a lot to discuss today. A lot of stuff happened yesterday. Literally, yesterday was heavy with a lot of shit going down, right? Yesterday was the G1 Climax 29 Day 1 that took place in Dallas, Texas. Last night was also UFC 239 that I actually did watch. I went out to watch the event with a couple of friends. And also yesterday was MLW. MLW had a show yesterday. I guess it was live. It was called Night at the Coliseum, I think it was called. Let me just have a quick look-see here to see what was it here. MLW. Yeah, Kings of the Coliseum. That's what it was called. Where Jacob Fatu defeated Filthy Tom Lawler to become the new MLW World Champion. And I didn't really see that coming. I didn't watch the match. I didn't watch it. I was busy, again, with UFC 239, and I went out with a couple friends, and after that, I came back home. I watched the entire Day 1 of the G1 29, and all that stuff. Like I did say, I am going to try to review, if you will, the G1 this year. I know I've said over the years that I'm going to do it, and I never do. So I'm going to try to do it here, if you will, and start doing that going forward with the entire tournament of the G1 and all that fun stuff. How you guys doing today, guys? Jurgen, how are you? Sam, what's up, guys? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. But here's the thing about that too with the G1. I am not going to cover the entire show when it comes to the G1. I want to let you guys, I want to just get that out of the way. Get one thing clear. I know the G1 is a big show, and before the tournament matches, they have these tag team matches and shit like that. I skipped those matches. But before I get into the G1, all that stuff, I want to talk about UFC 239 last night. Holy crap, was that a stacked card? And keep this in mind, it was international fight. But before I get into that too, if you guys want to show some love to the show, I have the Streamlabs enabled down below in the description. When I leave a donation of any way you'd love to, it's completely optional. Links in the description. Streamlabs.com/HeelSteven, and show the show some love. Leave a donation if you would like. It'll be so appreciated. I really mean that. So last night was UFC 239. It was in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. It was International Fight Week, which is the UFC's like WrestleMania weekend almost. They have all these events happening. They also have a Hall of Fame ceremony as well. And overall, I thought the show, for what it was, it delivered. It delivered for what it was. The card was stacked. Like, I shit you not. You had literally a stacked card from top to bottom. It's like, holy crap. Like, literally, UFC is going all out with this card. And I thought overall the show, I enjoyed it for what it was. I know there's a lot of controversy with the main event. And goddamn it, Jorge Masvidal becoming, just shutting up, silencing this hype of Ben Askren in like 5 seconds or so. There's so much to get into that. If you've watched that show, guys, drop me a comment, your thoughts on that show. And I know, again, usually I don't cover MMA here on the channel, here on the show. But again, I'm a fan of both. I love both pro wrestling and combat sports. So I'm going to try to do both here. Okay, especially with Around the Point. Okay. So I did catch the last fight on the prelim. It was Gilbert Melendez versus Arnold Allen. I did watch that. I thought Gilbert really looked way off. Him going down to 145 was really, you could just tell it was a struggle for him. Like, he looked like himself, all the fuck you want, but just the Gilbert Melendez from old is not there anymore. Especially the fact that he's 37, and he really just looked completely just shut down in this fight. Arnold Allen literally hit everything on him, was a better striker, and Arnold Allen managed to win with a unanimous decision. I think it was 30-27, something like that. It went all 3 rounds. And now let's see where Arnold Allen goes from here. Maybe someone in the top 10 or something like that. But I see a lot of potential in Arnold Allen. Gilbert Melendez, on the other hand, I don't know. I think he maybe should go back to 155 or maybe consider 170. Or I don't know, maybe consider Bellator. I think he has that Bellator vibe already. Like, Scott Coker, I'm coming, bitch. I'm coming, Scott. I'm fucking coming, if you will. I want to check the feedback, how it's coming off right now, the audio. And here we go. We're coming out good. We're coming out good, dorks. All right, we're coming out good. Thank goodness. And then I caught the main card, guys. The fucking main card of this show. We started the show off completely with... God damn it. There we go. We start the main card with welterweight action. We had Diego Sanchez. God damn, that guy. That's an old name. And he's still fighting till this very day. Bless his heart. Versus Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa, I believe, his second fight at 170. And the fight for what it was, you know, I was expecting craziness. I think people were too, especially being Diego Sanchez. He ran to the octagon. And the fight for what it was a solid fight. Nothing to go crazy about. Michael Chiesa was the bigger person in this fight, literally. Took him down. Was crazy. He had him in all these holes, like a rear naked choke. He had like an arm bar. He tried to go to the triangle, and Diego Sanchez got out of it. He found ways to really escape, but again, it was just one of those things where Chiesa was the bigger person and just literally grappled his way around Diego Sanchez. And now with that, Michael Chiesa got the win, his second win at welterweight. He wants somebody in the top 10. I mean, you look at the welterweight division right now. I'm gonna try to look at it right now. UFC's welterweight division, top 10. Let's see here. Let's have a look. Where's the top 10 as we speak here, if you will. And let's see here. Let's see where's the top 10 looking like right now. Well, I'm curious on this one. You have Ngannou as champion. I mean, you could do, I guess, you can probably do a Michael Chiesa versus Damian Maia. A Chiesa versus Anthony Pettis or Darren Till. Fights I would love to see. But again, the sky's the limit for this guy right now at 170, if you ask me, in my honest opinion. From there, we go to John, I'm going to butcher this fucking name, Blachowicz versus Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold's, I believe, is his debut fight at 205. And this fight ended literally in the second round. It was basically moments in this fight where Ian was just dropping Luke Rockhold. I think at the end of the first round, I remember he dropped him and he just looked very dazed. Like he looked out of it. I mean, Luke Rockhold, that is, right? Keep in mind, Luke Rockhold is a former middleweight champion. And in the second round, and literally just a hook that just dropped him, and Luke was just out of it. It was over. And a big win here, a big win for Ian Blachowicz. Again, if I'm butchering the name, I'm sorry. All right, I'm not good pronouncing these fucking names, so don't shoot me or anything, if you will. What's up, Killer Demons? How you doing, buddy? But that was that, and again, for what it was, you know, let's see where this John Blachowicz goes. We'll see what happens. But again, a good win for him. Then we get to the good stuff here on the show. The good stuff. Literally. We had Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. This fight was so anticipated. There was a lot of animosity in this fight. Both these guys talking shit back and forth. And it's funny because at the weigh-in, they had that, let's have a look back at the two fighters in this fight, which you don't usually see. You usually get there for the co-main event or the two title fights. This fight got that. And again, I was expecting a crazy, you know, oh my God, a war, if you will. And I think that was the expectation. And no one saw it coming. In just 5 seconds, they go, all right, you ready? You ready? Fight. And fucking Jorge Masvidal runs to Ben Askren. And Ben Askren tries to go for a takedown. And Jorge just knees the fuck out of him in just 5 seconds. If you count it, it's actually 2 seconds. Either way, Jorge Masvidal now owns the fastest knockout win in the history of the UFC. Where does he go from here? I mean, you can say Kamaru Usman, but I think they're going to probably do the Usman versus, well, not Colby anymore, but we'll see. I mean, with him, yeah, I'm assuming he's next in line, and you guys got to believe that right now. At the same time, though, we got to see what happens with Robbie and Colby Covington. Or maybe, you know what, Tyron Woodley versus Jorge Masvidal, that'll be a good fight, too. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But with Ben Askren, it's like, damn, bruh. He went in as an undefeated fighter, and now it's just like, bruh. Just literally all the years of hyping up this guy just went up in smoke. And it's funny because when the fight was over, Colby Covington went on Twitter and just wrecked Ben Askren. Like, literally every guy that Ben Askren was talking shit about, like Darren Till, Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, the list goes on, right? The list goes on, and everyone just had like their sweet like revenge almost on Twitter. So fucking hilarious. But I think for Jorge Masvidal, a fight with Tyron Woodley, I wouldn't be opposed, but we'll see what happens with that. For Ben Askren, though, I don't know. I don't know how do you recover from that. We shall see. We shall see on that. We then get the co-main event. We get Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship. Amanda Nunes is the GOAT right now of women's MMA. She literally, in this fight, just knocked out Holly Holm in one round with a kick. Of all fucking things, the fucking Holly Holm kick. The same Holly Holm kick that put away Ronda Rousey. The same Holly Holm kick that put away Bethe Correia. Amanda Nunes does the exact same kick. Keep this in mind, Holly was kind of like unbalanced, if you will, but still, she hit the kick, and down goes Holly Holm. Down she goes. And then just got hit with punches. Regardless, you know, who do you have Amanda fight now? That's the question. That is indeed the question. You think about this, right? Amanda Nunes defeats Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg, and now Holly Holm. You should just put in the Hall of Fame right now. She's literally just cleared out the 135 division. Completely cleared it out. Completely. And now the question, who the fuck do you ever fight next? Do you do another Cyborg rematch? I mean, that is if Chris Cyborg gets to her next fight coming up. I think with Spencer. But other than that, Holly Holm, I just think she'll retire. Holly Holm couldn't beat Jermaine Durandamy. That was a controversial fight in itself. You can make the argument, oh, Holly should have won that fight. Holly should have been already a 2-division champion. It is what it is. And then, hey, here she is, and she can't even beat Amanda Nunes for the belt. So she's been given these opportunities before, and she come up short. Again, not to mention, she also fought Chris Cyborg for the UFC women's featherweight title and lost as well. So I think at this point in the juncture, I think Holly just hang him up. And again, nothing against Holly Holm. it just sucks. It's like, okay, you know, she beats Ronda, and then she had all this happen to her. It's like basically Holly Holm is the Buster Douglas of women's MMA. But as indeed around the point. We then get the main event. Jon Jones versus Thiago Santos for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. I thought this fight was a very good fight. I know people were booing it. People thought this fight sucked. It was fake. It's controversy. Whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm going to keep it real with you. I can sit here and tell you that, oh, Thiago should have won. It's a robbery, this and that. You can make that argument too. I thought Thiago Santos gave Jon Jones a fight. I thought he took it to him. He didn't, you know, back down from the game plan like many other fighters did, like Alexander Gustafsson or Anthony Smith or people like that. Thiago Santos went out there and just threw hands with Jon Jones. Even with the fucked up knee, apparently he did mess up his knee, so they're saying. And you know what? At the same time, he kind of gave a blueprint of how to at least attempt to beat Jon Jones. Yeah, you can also say, oh, what about Gustafsson in the first fight? Make that argument too. But I think at the same time, when it comes down to it, depends who you talk to, really. There's some people that will tell you, there's people that you can show this fight, and they will tell you that, oh, Thiago should have won. At the same time, you can show this fight to someone, and they'll tell you, oh, Jon Jones won, hands down. I had this fight, the first round, I gave it to Thiago Santos. I gave the second round to Jon Jones. Third round, I guess you can give it to Jon, and the fourth, I gave it to Thiago. But the fifth, I'll say this overall. Again, yeah, Thiago was the aggressor. He would throw in punches, all the fuck you want, the aggressive shots. But I think what Jon Jones showed here last night, how to be a good defensive fighter. He fought on the defense. He hit his shots when he needed to, and he got a win. He escaped with a win, and you know what? I'll give him that. I thought Jon Jones at the end won the fight. It basically, a moment where Jon fought, it was the Jon Jones fight. The Jon Jones fight where the oblique kicks, elbow shot to the head, where he did end up bleeding, that being Thiago Santos. And there's that. Now the question is with Jon Jones, where do you go from here? Who do you have him fight? That is the question. When you look at that light heavyweight division right now, but we shall see. We shall see how it go down. Again, Daniel Cormier's fighting, I believe, in August against, he's fighting against Miocic again for the rematch for the heavyweight title. Maybe if DC wins that fight, you can set up the third fight for the heavyweight title, but we shall see. We'll see how it all is going to go down. But this was UFC 239. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch. Even if you are a wrestling fan, I know, again, this is a pro wrestling channel, and you just want to see, again, a good fight here and there, give it a watch. Why the fuck not? You're not going to hurt yourself by any way necessary or shit like that. Just saying. Before I get into the G1 29, I know a lot of people want me to talk about that. You probably tune in to see that, to hear that, if you will. A couple of stuff I want to talk about before I get into that. Let's see how I'm doing here. Okay. Here we go. So this Sunday, well, today obviously Slammiversary, and there's been an update to the card. So it looks like it's not going to be the Rascals versus LAX anymore. It's going to be, from the looks of it now, a triple threat match for the triple threat tag team match for the Impact Tag Team Championships. It's going to be now LAX versus the Rascals versus the new defending tag team champions, the North, of Josh Alexander and Ethan Page. They won the tag title this past Friday, I think it was, at Night of the Brewery, I think it was. It's like an Impact Plus special. That's where they won the tag title, so now they're going in as the defending tag team champions. That being said, it should be fun. I said this before, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. From what I've seen in Impact, they've been very entertaining. I said this also, if they really wanted to, why not reform a brand new Team Canada? Like, you have Josh Alexander, you do have, Ethan Page, and you also have, there as well, P.D. Williams there, I think in some capacity with the company. And you also have Scott D'Amore. why not try to reform Team Canada? Granted, it won't be like the original Team Canada, but I've always been a fan of Team Canada for whatever it's worth. So there you go with that. So I look forward to the show for whatever it's worth. I'll be reviewing it later on tonight after the show's over. So again, tune in later tonight for that as well. Now let's get into NJPW G1 Climax 29. This overall I thought was a fun show. It was in Dallas at the American Airlines Center Arena, whatever you call it. I was there for WrestleMania 32 weekend. Fun times. Oh my god, fun times. Let's point out the obvious. There's a lot of empty seats in the venue. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, it's a bad thing. How dare they do that? All that shit. Because I thought overall the show came out good anyway. I thought it was great that, hey, they're starting the G1 in America this time. That's the first. The crowd seemed really into this whole show for whatever's worth. I'll just say this though, I just wish they would have picked a better U.S. city to host the opening, I guess, for the G1. That's just me, of course. Maybe California, like Cow Palace or the Walter Pyramid or something like that. But again, it was a fun show for whatever's worth. A couple of announcements they made is that they will be returning to America for three Fighting Spirit Unleashed shows. This time on the East Coast. This was announced during the kickoff show in Dallas, by the way. It's literally the Tiger. This will also begin Tiger Hattori's retirement tour. He's retiring. Tickets go on sale on July 26th, by the way. 3 shows in September. September 27th in Lowell, Massachusetts at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium. September 28th at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. I've been there numerous times for a lot of Ring of Honor shows. And September 29th at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. I just want to make sure the date of those, like what date does it fall on, if you will. That's what I want to make sure right now. September 28th. It's on a Saturday. So that's good. I might go to that show. I really would. I think overall, again, it's great that they're coming to the U.S. It's after the G1, by the way. So there's not G1 matches by any means necessary. They're trying to get into the U.S. market, which is great, awesome. And again, this is the retirement tour of Tiger Hattori. Tickets go on sale on July 26th. If you're going to go, awesome. Enjoy yourself. And a lot of fun stuff. Again, guys, quick little reminder. I will be tomorrow live at Monday Night Raw, as Raw will be coming to Prudential Center in New Jersey. There you go with the webcam. There you go. You see me now. I will be tomorrow at Monday Night Raw for Raw, basically, at Prudential Center. My aunt got me tickets. Late birthday gift. But I'll take them anyway, because why the fuck would I not? So if you're going to be there, feel free to say what's up and all that fun stuff. Okay, let's get into the G1. Again, I know there were tag team matches before the G1 tournament matches. I did not watch those. I did not give a shit about those. Because quite frankly, again, if I'm watching the G1, I want to watch the G1 tournament matches. I'm not going to sit there and watch these filler matches that make whatever sense whatsoever. I know some of these guys are in they're in the B block, what have you. But I'll say this, the A block is stacked. Holy shit, you have Tanahashi, Okada, Sonata, Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., Kenta, Kota Ibushi, to name a few. It's a stacked fucking card. It's a stacked block, if you will. You wonder who the fuck is going to win. You only fucking wonder. Anyway. Let's get into the shall we. So the first match on the A block was Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer, formerly known as Lance Hoyt. Lance Archer has a new look. And the match, for what it was, it was an enjoyable match for what this was. Ospreay took a lot of big bumps here. There's a moment in the match where he took like a backdrop or something on the apron of the ring. That's the typical Will Ospreay like bump or spot, if you will. He takes a big bump on the apron of the ring. I don't know why. It's stupid, but whatever. He got also put through the announcer's table on the outside. But again, it's a good back and forth. There's a lot of near falls. There's a moment where Ospreay hit his finisher, the Ox Cutter, if you will, and got a crazy near fall. Ospreay got hit with the claw, right? The EBD claw, or the Iron Claw, right? His take on that's Archer's take on the Iron Claw, right? Multiple times and kicked out what happened. But again, a good back and forth match. Obviously, you guys don't know, Will Ospreay is currently the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. So they're doing this whole thing, hey, that a junior heavyweight can hang with the heavyweight. So there you go with that. But again, for the match, for what it was worth, it was a good showing by Will Ospreay. And I think that's typically the Ospreay style. Like, let him take all these crazy bumps. He's not going to win, but we'll make it seem like he will win, if you will. That's the typical Will Ospreay style. We then had the second match on the second match of the tournament. We had Bad Luck Fale versus Evil. I thought this match was an okay back and forth match. Nothing to go crazy about. A battle of strength between these two guys also as well. Fale pinned Evil after hitting the Bad Luck Fall. So there you go. Bad Luck Fale has his first win in the G1 this year. And let's see where else they go from there, if you will. We then get the third match of the A Block tournament. We had Sonata versus Zack Sabre Jr. This was a fun match. Good back and forth. Very technical, if you will. Very technical match here with near falls and stuff like that. Sonata pinned Zack Sabre Jr. after a Japanese leg clutch hold, basically. And after the match, Sabre attacked the referee, Marty Asame, and put him in the triangle choke. So there you go with that. Again, it's a very stacked card. I can't tell you really who's a favorite or not. But there's a lot of matches I look forward to seeing now in this tournament. We then get to what I thought was the best match of the opening A Block, if you will, of this whole event. From the tournament, that is, right? Kenta versus Kota Ibushi. Kenta's first match post WWE, the former Hideo Itami. And this was a crazy back and forth match. Kicks after kicks. Just everything you can imagine, right? Just oh my god, a fucking stiff ass fucking match. A very stiff fucking match. But again, I thought for what it was enjoyable. Kenta looked happy out there. He was the old Kenta. It's funny because on commentary, Kevin Kelly and Rocky Romero were talking about how Kenta had all this momentum at one time, and then he just had bad luck. They were obviously referencing time in WWE. How in WWE he just really did, again he had his bad luck. That's really what it was. I don't think they were trying to shit on it, like, oh my god, they're shitting on this WWE run. I get it, it wasn't the best. But when you think back on that WWE run, I think what they were referring to is like, yeah, he was there. Unfortunately, things didn't go his way, all because of injuries and shit like that. But the match, for what it was, again, I thought it was a crazy ass fucking match. Kenta hit these multiple kicks on Ibushi near the end of the match, and Ibushi looked out of it. And after, he hit the go to sleep. He hit the chest off. Like, the knee of Kenta hit Ibushi's chest. It wasn't like, oh my god, he fucking hit him in the face or anything like that. They hit him in the chest. And after the match, Kenta soaked in the audience reaction and said, I'm back. And he helped Ibushi to his feet, and both men hugged. So that was a good, way, to show Kenta in his first post-match back since leaving WWE and stuff like that. But I look forward to seeing, again, matches with Kenta in the tournament. Again, Kenta Zack Sabre Jr., Kenta Tanahashi, Kenta Okada. Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my fucking money. I'm saying that right now. And then we had the main event. We had Kazuchika Okada versus Tanahashi. I'll say this though overall about that match. If you would have announced, I think in advance, that, oh my god, you're going to get Tanahashi and Okada for the first time in U.S. soil, this shit would have sold out. I will say that now. And the match, for what this was, it was I'm not going to say, one of their best matches, because no, I've seen them have better matches before. But for a match in front of the U.S., it was fine. Tanahashi was working on Okada's leg. A crazy back and forth match, obviously. Tanahashi hit a high fly flow outside of the ring. Okada, just your typical Okada fashion, if you will. They hit the Rainmaker near the end for the 1-2-3. So Okada got the win. He beats Tanahashi. And they're, I guess, now their fourth time or fifth time meeting in the G1. And then obviously Okada cut a speech post-fight, like, oh, how he'll be back in Dallas as the winner of the G1, but more importantly, still the IWGP champion. So there was that. And for what it was worth, again, I thought the fact that they came to America to open the G1 was great, awesome. The only thing is now how they're going to continue going forward now. Like, again, I thought them going to Dallas wasn't bad. In the sense of, okay, you're coming to the U.S., but I feel at the same time, you could have gone to a better city, in my opinion. But nonetheless, I thought it was a fun show for what it was worth. Guys, give me your thoughts on the G1 opening, I guess, night, if you will, with the A block. Who do you see win the tournament? Who do you want to see win the tournament? All that fun stuff, guys. Let me fucking know in the comment thread or in the chat. NJPW, September 28th at the Hammerstein. Tickets on sale July 26th. I did hear about that. And that's fine. And that's totally fucking fine. I did say that apparently, what's his name? Junior Fatu won the MLW World Title. Again, I didn't watch the match. I was busy watching UFC and all that stuff, but I did hear about it. Good on him. Good on him. I didn't think he was going to win, though. I thought they would have probably kept it on Tom Lawler and pushed more of this Contra unit, but obviously, as you can tell, they are really pushing more with this Contra unit faction, if you will, in MLW. I know MLW is having their first pay-per-view. I did talk about this on episode 301 of the Team Up podcast this past Friday. And apparently, yeah, Saturday night super fight is going to take place on November the 2nd. It will be their first pay-per-view. Apparently, Court Bauer told the publication, right? He told Sports Illustrated that they want to give the value to their fans. So that's why they're charging only $19.95, which I think is a fair price. So there's that. But I look forward to seeing the show. Apparently, there's a lot of matches that happened last night for MLW. You had the world title match of Junior Fatu versus Tom Lawler. You also had the Dynasty. I think it was MJF and Holiday. I forgot the fucker's name, but versus Pillman Jr. and Teddy Hart and all that stuff. So again, a lot of something to look at for that show in a ladder match and all that stuff. But again, guys, I think what I'm about to do is wrap this up. This was fun for what it was worth. It was fun. Again, with around the point that not this long anyway, I got shit to do. I got to get ready. La Copa America finale later on today. I know the women right now are playing. I know it's the U.S. versus Holland. I want to check the score right now on that because I'm curious on that one too, believe it or not. I'm curious to see what the score is right now. Is the U.S. winning the game? Let's find out, shall we? The U.S. versus the Netherlands. I'm checking the score right now. And yes, the U.S. is winning. Holy shit. They are about to retain their title. All right, guys. This is going to wrap up. This is going to wrap up around the point. I hope you all enjoyed it for what it was worth. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. I will be back later on tonight for my review of Impact Wrestling Slammiversary. If you are, again, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button, hit that bell icon, be notified when I go live, when I upload a video, and all that fun stuff. And as always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all. I am Steve, and this, my friend, has been Around the Point. Peace out, dorks.